The suppression case of E.V. Gray. As far back as 1958, Edwin V. Gray discovered that the discharge of a high voltage capacitor could be shocked into releasing a huge radiant electrostatic burst. This energy spike was produced by his circuitry and captured in a special device Mr. Gray called his conversion element switching tube. The non-shocking cold form of energy that came out of this conversion tube powered all of his demonstrations, appliances and motors, as well as recharged his batteries. Mr. Gray referred to this process as splitting the positive. During the 1970s, based on this discovery, Mr. Gray developed an 80 horsepower electric automobile engine that kept its batteries charged continuously. Hundreds of people witnessed dozens of demonstrations that Mr. Gray gave in his laboratory. In 1973, Ed Gray burst onto the scene in Southern California with a radically advanced electric motor technology. His EMA motor could produce 80 horsepower from a set of 4 deep cycle batteries that the system recharged at the same time. The claims were outrageous, but were supported by much of the testing data. One set of early tests were sponsored by the Crosby Research Institute and conducted by Pan World Enterprises Limited. On the strength of these test results, Bing Crosby became one of Ed Gray's largest investors. Besides the motor technology, Gray also routinely demonstrated a solid-state power supply that produced up to 4 times more power than was usually available from its internal battery pack. He configured this invention into a self-contained camper light that could run light bulbs with a cold electricity for an entire weekend on a single charge. The energy coming from the system was so safe that children were allowed to play with it in a bowl of water. Ed Gray died in April 1993 in a trailer in Riverside, California, where he lived with his girlfriend Dorothy. At about 2 a.m., Ed was home alone when something happened and he was later found dead. There is suspicion of foul play involved. The motors were then scattered across the country after Ed Gray's untimely death. To this day, they have never been reproduced.